we're going to Ever Dream for game number 1. Get your dreams ready, boys. Spawning in the lower left. For Raise Your Edge Gaming, it is Bly. And his opponent in the upper right, representing Team Liquid, it's MaNa. Now, I have not gotten to cast a Bly ZVP in far too long. I love me some Bly ZVP. See, this is important right here. Where's the drone going? Poll in chat. Here? 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 Sorry, not where's the drone going, more like where's the hatch going? Where is the hatch going? Ah, I see. It was option number 3, perhaps? Oh, or is he just waiting for enough money? And he's going for option number 2. And MaNa wasn't on it with the probe. He could have blocked that hatchery. He could have blocked the hatchery. He's going to have to pull probes now. He's going to have to start a zealot immediately from this gateway. MaNa's blocking this hatchery. But there's question number 2 for you. Where's hatchery number 2 going down? MaNa discovered that answer. So he spots this hatchery. He knows the likely follow-up is some sort of Ravager, maybe Queen push off of that base. This hatch will get canceled. Whoop. Nice cancel. Last second cancel there. Bly and try to get out of here with this drone. Well, blocking this hatch or his Nexus for just a little bit longer. MaNa doesn't have enough money to put it down right now anyways. But still very annoying to deal with. Oh, looks like Bly wants to take this base. There is a probe here. Oh, MaNa not watching at a critical moment. Doesn't turn around to block that hatch. Let's see what Bly is planning on doing. What is his follow-up plan here? Now, is he just taking this base to be cheeky? This is Bly. I presume we're going to see Ravagers here in a few minutes. That's my prediction for the future, is Ravagers here in a few minutes. But not immediately. We've already got 3 bases. He hasn't taken this Vespene Geyser. He's got Link Speed on the way. So this isn't just straight to Roaches, straight to Ravagers kind of thing. Oh, this Adept not quite getting caught here. Does lose some health though. Trying to get some work done. I heard Bly and I had to come watch. Dude, that's it right there. You know what's good for you. Adepts getting some cute little damage done, getting a few Link kills. Just 2 so far. Oh, might be able to get this creep tumor. Rip that creep tumor. Shade backwards. The Zealot though, the Zealot can't shade anywhere. Just gonna have to run backwards. Speed is now finished for these Lings. Bly seems to be hiding some of them. Gonna try to go for a little bit of an attack here. Gonna pressure the front with some of these Lings. But with the Adepts here, Stalker behind the wall, I don't think it's gonna be too much of an issue to hold this for MaNa. MaNa, in the meantime, is going for a Glaives build. And we see no Roach Tech or Bane Tech out of Bly, and it's feeling a little late right now. He has no scouting information about this. He sees 3 Adepts, and he'll be able to spot this War Prism. Should be able to spot this War Prism. Yeah. That should give him enough information. Well, Adepts were going to get surrounded. But nice pickup from MaNa. He'll warp in more. There's MaNa's Roach Warren. So he needs to buy some time, though, because there are already Adepts on the way. And Glaives isn't quite done yet. There is a DT follow-up, so Dark Shrine coming up. Not for this Warp-In cycle, but for the next one. This one will be another set of, let's see how many. 4 adepts. Right as Glaives finishes. We have first roaches. Yeah, they're on the way now. Right now it's just Lings though. Lings get a pretty nice positioning on top of these adepts. The Lings do not fare very well against Glaive adepts, and the shade completes. Drones also don't fare very well against Glaive adepts. And there's the DT follow-up. There is a Spore Crawler here, but not a lot of units to fight the DTs. Turns out Spore Crawlers don't beat DTs on their own. Some roaches trying to pop out, but the Glaive adepts are actually killing the roaches as well as the DTs. Bly trying to micro as well as he can. He's lost 12 workers already, and he's set up to lose more here as he loses that queen. Oh, 18 workers going down. Bly down to 17 drones. MaNa seems to have won the game with this little push here. Very nicely done. Even focuses down that building Ravager. GG gets called. MaNa takes game number 1. Looking very strong. Very strong there against Bly, who is known for his cheeky strategies and his alternative ways to play. This glass is condensating quite a lot. Yeah, it was a really good push there from MaNa. Bly just wasn't ready for it. Didn't get a scout into the main base at all, so he didn't see that chrono boosted Glaives coming out. If he had that roach worn down a little bit earlier, I think he could have been in a good spot. It's a dangerous game, though, to go Glaives into DTs against Bly. Because Bly's the kind of person that will just make a bunch of Roach Ravager, and you'll get over there with your Glaive Adepts, and he's like, oh, thank you. Now I can kill a few units before I get to your wall. Although Glaive Adepts really aren't the worst against Ravagers. They are not bad at all. Alright. We are now on Ice and Chrome. One of the coolest maps in the map pool. So let's get in there for game number 2. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner, it is our blue Zerg player representing Raise Your Edge Gaming, Bly. And his opponent in the lower left for Team Liquid, it's MaNa. Did send out that cheeky early probe. Gonna block this hatchery, at least temporarily. Whoop, whoop. Bly tried to come back for it, but the probe came back too. Do you drop a pylon as MaNa? Do you drop a pylon? Do you drop a pylon? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And now Bly is regretting not already going over to the third base and taking that hatchery. Oh, never mind. Maybe he's not. He's proxy hatching again. The natural base. He says, fine, you block my hatch, I'll block your nexus. Yeah, there you go. And as long as he keeps his drone alive, this is only a 75 mineral investment. Whereas for MaNa, that's 100 minerals. Zerg OP, you know what I'm saying? There's also a lot of lost mining time on these drones. This is a Zealot he doesn't really want to build. Ooh, and he gets the Evo Chamber this time. Cancel goes down. Oh, trying to build another hatchery. He's trying, man. I don't think he's going to get it, though. Oh, my God, this drone at 2 HP. Gonna drop it in the main base, isn't he? Yep. Drops it in the main base. MaNa spots it immediately, actually, with this probe. Zealot's going to come up. He's got the Adept follow-up being chronoed out. MaNa's still... Okay, there's the Nexus. I was gonna say, still taking that Nexus. Bly going for a quick double gas, though. We'll see if MaNa can scout this with his Adept. Oh, no, never mind. It was another cancel. Okay. This is actually looking very similar to game 1. Oh, this Adept. Got some drones right here for him. No creep to save him. They're just gonna run away. Run away! The Lings don't really want to fight this either, but don't have much choice. They gotta save their drones. Queen is out now. Bly should be feeling pretty okay. This hatchery is actually almost gonna get up. Nice pro pull at the end there from MaNa to make sure it doesn't. You don't really want creep in your base, especially right next to this pylon. It'd be so annoying to have all that creep there. I don't know if Bly would have let it finish. Oh, looks like he's gonna give up the drone. I guess he knows that there's an Adept in the wall. It won't ever get out. Poor drone. Make this a drop reward. Run the drone around. Make this a drop reward. Pick it up. Feels bad, man. MaNa gonna open up with the Stargate and actually go for a Void Ray first. He doesn't have any Oracle out on the map. He's going Void Ray first, so he'll be able to take out, should be able to take out both of these Overlords if he knows this one is here. I mean, I'm sure he'll find it eventually, but yeah, gonna be able to take out 2 Overlords. This is a nice time to get the Void Ray. Also very good against any sort of Roach Ravager push that Bly might try to do. Well, not any sort. Some of them have queens. Void Rays are good against queens, but queens are pretty good. There you go. Void Ray gets its 2 kills. We have the Oracle follow-up, so not going to keep making Void Rays. I'm a little sad. I was hoping MaNa would go full Void Ray. Full Chad Ray. Now, I haven't seen a Bly ZVP since some of the recent patches. There was the big one with the shield battery overcharge, and that was a big nerf to Bly in this matchup. And, you know, I don't know how he's feeling, what he's got cooking up, going on in this matchup right now. But it's interesting to see. So far, he's just droning. And we honestly might see him do some sort of late game play. Looks like another Overlord's going to go down. Void Ray's got to get out of there, but the speed boost will allow that. Oracle gets spotted. MaNa's dropping a proxy gate. He is once again going for glaives. This time without the Robo, because he opened Stargate instead. He's going to take a third base. This third base almost feels like, I don't want to call it a fake, but it is definitely not just a macro build here. We have pretty big attack coming out of MaNa. I don't know if Bly knows about it quite yet. I don't think he knows about it, and that is not good for Bly. He does have 8 roaches on the way, so he's making a bunch of roaches. Looks like he might be planning on moving across the map with the queens here. MaNa's spotting this move across the map. He's going to try to hit in the base with the Adepts while Bly is moving across the map. Oh my god. I think this is going to go fantastic for MaNa. Bly pulling back. He's pulling everything back now. He sees, oh shit, you were going for glaives again. Wasn't quite ready for this. Evo Chamber is a nice block, but there are so many Adepts here. They just kill it immediately. Only 4 drones have died so far. There's a lot of units down in this low ground. I'd almost love to see MaNa just recall. He's just going to trade as well as he can. The Adepts not going to finish that shade again. There's the recall. He does lose a few Adepts, but a lot of lost mining time. Trades really well against the Lings. Recalls, and while this third, I don't think this was really his plan, I think the third was kind of just a fake out. Of course, if you have it, you can use it. So he's going to start making probes and mining from it. Plant down some shield batteries and go for the defense. He's got another Void Ray on the way. Oracle flying across some queens here. Looks like this proxy will get taken out. Now the question is, does Bly go for his attack, or does he just drone back up, take a fourth, and move on to the next phase of things? I'll tell you, I think Bly is actually quite good at like some late game plays. Nice transfuse, keeps that Ravager alive. That is important. I feel like the later this game goes, I don't know how comfortable MaNa is in late game PvZ right now. But I feel like I don't usually see him intentionally go there. So if Bly could kind of pull him into late game, I think that could be quite good. He's got an Infestation Pit trying to come up. It's not going to. He doesn't even cancel that. It's a little unfortunate. But that's a nice kill for MaNa. It's going to buy him some time at least. And MaNa might actually go for an attack to try to not let that happen, not let that late game come through. Now it just cleans. These Void Rays are so annoying. They can't turn on their prismatic alignment again quite yet. Oh, actually, hatcheries aren't armored yet anyway, so it wouldn't matter. No, Void Rays disengage. I actually think they could have gotten that. Now they go back for it. I don't know if they can get it now. They could have forced the cancel on this before. They turn on, and they do force the cancel. They'll get out of there. So annoying for Bly. Just trying to take his fourth, trying to expand, trying to tech up at the same time. Infestation Pit is done, so he can start his hive. If that's his plan. But we got DTs. There was a DT follow-up to the Glaives attack that we didn't really see. There's plenty of detection for them, but where are the units? Where are the units? Oh no, the drones. Oh man, so many workers going down. It looks like 5 probes down on the other side of the map, but 15 drones dying right now. The DTs will all fall, but Bly is in a really tough spot here. Looks like MaNa wants to go for a bit of an attack as well. I don't know how I feel about that. He doesn't have a lot of splash damage or anything. Like, his army really doesn't look that scary right now, MaNa. It's like some Stalkers and some Glaive Adepts. These Roaches not going to win this fight, though. I guess they'll if they fight 1 or 2 at a time, maybe they can win the fight. Beautiful tag on top of Bly's army, but their 4th bases are not that far apart. And MaNa might just want to tech up a little bit, get into Storm. He's got +1 on the way. Bly doesn't have any upgrades going on, but he's going into a Spire and a Hive. Are we going to see a Greater Spire to go for Broodlords? MaNa doesn't have Blink, but he could get Blink. He's got a lot of Stalkers. He already has 1 Stargate, and those 2 Void Rays are still out. I think maybe I'd almost prefer Mutas, but again, so many Stalkers. So many Stalkers. 15 of them out of the map. And MaNa with this economy should be able to just plant down a whole bunch of cannons with no problem. Bly's going to try to hit from 2 angles. This side is spotted. Storm is not ready yet, so these Templar are... you know, they're just for show at the moment. But a nice tag on the army, and MaNa not really taking much damage on either side here. Hey, there's those cannons I was talking about. Spire is finished. We haven't seen any units be made. Oh, no, we have seen 12. Okay, never mind. They just weren't in the production tab right then. So we have seen 12 mutas be made. 6 probes go down, so the Roaches get something done. Open up some supply, I guess, for mutas. Bly isn't quite maxed, but I don't know. You never know. Mutas will get the Warp Prism, and that's going to be MaNa knowing for sure that there are mutas out. It's going to start a Phoenix, going to start chronoing some Phoenix out. This is a lot of mutas, though. 16 already out in the sky. It's going to take more than a couple of Phoenix to kill that. There's that Greater Spire. Adrenal glands on the way as well. That's going to help those Lings quite a bit. And +1 melee starting up. Oh, I love this from MaNa. Going in for +1 ship weapons. +1 air weapons on the Cybercore. Stalkers over here defending. Well, Baneling's getting splashed down. Not really finding much damage. Mutas are finding a bit of damage. He got Blink as well. He didn't have that earlier, but MaNa has it now. And the Mutas are stuck between a rock and a hard place. And that rock is Blink Stalkers, and the hard place are the Phoenixes that are being built. Oof. Yeah, big kills on these Mutas here. Now it looks like only 4 have gone down. So there's still 12 in the sky. More Phoenixes on the way. Corruptor's coming out now. Bly continuing to try to harass, sending in these Banelings. There are still storms available. Nice storms on these Banes. They do get some okay connections, though. I think they hit a couple of Warping and Templar. Roach is on the top side, though. Gonna pull the Stalkers here to the front while the Mutas hit the back. Ooh, big blink there from MaNa, though, and he's gonna get a couple of Mutas. And the Roach is not really doing much. Killing a few probes here and there. MaNa is down to 59 probes. But Bly's on 67 drones, so it's not like he has the most massive, amazing economy ever. His Greater Spire's done. He's got a bit of a group of Corruptors here. Baneling's trying to crash in. They get froze. A few of them get frozen. The rest die. Banelings aren't nearly as good against Stalkers as they used to be. They do less damage against armored units now. If you have enough, they're still fine, but they are not as good as they once were. Ooh, and look at that. Revelation being used to clear creep as God intended. Nope, not there. You gotta guess, where are the creep tumors? Oh, Ling's trying to run by. A few of them get caught, the rest of them not doing much. Muta's trying to hit the backside here. Looks like the Lings will be able to get through. Not much up here for them to do, though. Those Lings aren't doing much either. Lings get the cannon. Good job, guys. And I don't know if they spotted the fleet beacon and extra couple of Stargates here, but I feel like I would assume that Bly knows about that. Just feels it. He saw one Stargate, so yeah. You know there's a fleet beacon. And we got carriers coming out. However, +1 on the way for Bly's air units as well. And we've gotten into late game. There's Broodlords in the sky. There's carriers coming out. Is Bly going to try to push right now? It looks like he might want to. He's got Queens. He's got Broods. He doesn't have a lot of anti-air against carriers, Phoenix, Void Rays. Still got some Mutas around. They're not doing much other than harassing. Well, one storm goes down. Broodlords still sending out their Broodlings. Really nice tag on top of the Broodlords. Good amount of transfuse energy, but it is only 4 Queens. Oh, nice storm there. Oh, but it looks like the High Templar might go down for that. Baneling's crashing in. They're the transfuses we were looking for. Now, the first carrier is out here. We should have a second carrier very close. Actually, it just needs to be rallied up. Oh, and there's a lot of Blink Stalkers. Oh, Blink Stalkers blinking backwards. That means the probes are next in line here. Oh my god, Biles almost taking out this carrier, and the Queen's actually focusing down that carrier. It has no interceptors left. I think Bly might be able to push through here. These Stalkers on the bottom side might be MaNa's last hope at taking out the Broods. There's still 6 of them in the sky. All right, more carriers come out. That is good. Dodging those biles. MaNa loses a base, but these broods cannot retreat. I feel like pretty confident there's not a retreat path for these guys. The issue for MaNa is that he lost a base and a bunch of probes, and there are 16 corruptors on the way. Biles take out one of the Archons. Archons are going to be pretty clutch here. There go the broods, though. They've been focused down. Archons are very important against Ling Bane Corruptor, which is what a lot of this army is. I would kind of love to see these Corruptors try to dive on this, but I think Bly playing it safe is also not a bad idea. He's waiting. He's waiting for MaNa to do a counterattack. MaNa's posturing to do that. He's not retaken his 4th base. He's spending all his money out here on the fields. The fields of battle. He doesn't have a ton of mining left, to be honest with you. It's basically just this base now. And a few patches here at the 2nd and 3rd. But can Bly hold the counterattack? The army supplies in Bly's favor, but it all comes down to the engagement. Look at how clumped these units can get. Bly needs that to not happen above the Archons. He's going to sacrifice his 4th base to let this happen. There's a 5th to the north side and a 6th down on the bottom. Storm's going down on a lot of these units, but the Storm's hitting his own carriers, softening them up, and the Corruptors taking them all out. MaNa losing his entire army here. He's turning around with what little he has left. Bly lost a lot in that trade. 19 workers. The worker count's actually pretty much dead even now. But the army supply definitely in Bly's favor, and these units will heal over time. Looks like they want to come in. They might go for the P on this Nexus. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're all going to go for it, and that's going to kill this Nexus in about... Yeah, that's pretty quick. Pretty quick once it ramps up. Oh, get these Corruptors out of there, though. Get them out. Get them out. A couple of them go down. That didn't need to happen. But that's because Bly was busy killing probes with his Lings while he drones back up back at home. I think Bly is in a great spot right now in this game, although it's still a little rough. He's not mining as much as he might want to be. His gas mining is actually very low. His gas mining is almost nothing, funnily enough. Somehow these extractors still have some in them, but the 3rd is empty. A few roaches coming down here. They're going to try to pop behind the mineral line, but MaNa's army is pretty close. I don't think he's going to lose too much here. A couple of probes, maybe. MaNa has retaken that 4th, so he's mining a bit better now. If we look at the income, it's been largely in Bly's favor this game. But the trades have been basically even, and that is not good for MaNa. He's going into Flux Veins Void Rays now. That's what we really need to see here. Flux Veins Void Rays, I love it. Scouting this 4th base going back down. I think he probably knows that there's a base down here, even if he hasn't seen it. Creep spread's gonna start up. How has MaNa spotted this creep, but not the base? He even spots the break and creep here. How does he spot this creep, but not the base that's there? That's weird to me. That don't make no damn sense. Ling's trying to find something. Nice warp in here from MaNa. Defends it though. This base not being retaken. MaNa in a bit of a bad way economically right now. And the longer this goes, the bigger Bly's army is going to be. What is the unit count right now? There are 14 Corruptors in the sky versus 1 carrier and 4 Void Rays. And there are 9 broods flying up here. Now I'm surprised we haven't seen Bly get into infestors or vipers at all. He's just going for the pure attack power. I'd kind of love to see some vipers though. I feel like they'd be very useful in this situation. Yoink a Void Ray or 2. Yoink a carrier. Oh my god. Experiencing some lag. I hope that wasn't me. I don't think it was. I'll close a tab or two just in case. All right. Okay. I don't think that was me. Hopefully the players are doing all right. Bly's coming in for the attack now. He's got Banelings morphing here. This base is not long for this world. But the Void Rays are here. They have Flux Veins. This is why I'd love to see Vipers. Because the Voids right now can engage and disengage. There's not much Bly can do about it. Bly's attacking up here to the north side with these Lings. These Lings have +2 melee and Adrenal right now. Oh, and they slide through. Again, there's no probes to kill up here, but MaNa still has to make sure to take these guys out. He's going to bring the Void Rays back. Oh, I like this, getting on top of the Dark Shrine. Oh, he's not going to get it, though. Void Ray is too good, man. Void Ray is OP. A couple of DTs around the map could be very useful, though it looks like Bly is getting pretty set up for those kinds of counterattacks, as his army is extremely slow. And I love how him targeting that made MaNa think the same thing I just did, which is, ooh, you know what? Some DTs on the other side of the map. This base is not defended by Spine Crawlers. MaNa's going straight for that 5th, but that 4th base is a little more exposed. Loses 1 DT. And these Lings actually with +2 melee and Adrenal are not terrible against Dark Templar. Oh, Bly though going in for the big counterattack here. Buying a little bit of time with these Lings as well. Gets on top of this pylon. That is a nice pylon to get on top of. Kills one of the shield batteries. Gonna kill another. Spots that there are Tempests coming out now. In the meantime, he is hitting with his main force over here. Banelings and Biles getting thrown out. Ooh, those Biles hitting really, really nicely on top of the Void Rays. But MaNa's air army is very, very strong here. The Corruptors need to come in, but they do not want to get stormed. I don't think there's any more storm energy. DT on the backside gets spotted. All right, a lot of the Broodlords starting to go down. Not a lot of Broods left. But not a lot of ground army left for MaNa either. Corruptor's getting pretty low, eating a few storms. It looks like the Ravagers, oh my god, and there is a beautiful parasitic bomb. It's doing so much damage to this army. I don't know if Bly can keep pushing though. He's got 10 more Corruptors on the way. These Corruptors, while they are low, they're still killing a lot of these air units. Super Overcharge goes down on the shield battery. MaNa is holding. And there's nothing else shooting up here for Bly. So once he takes out these Broodlords, he will have held that base, but not any of those ones. GG gets called, and Bly pulls it back and brings us to a game number 3. Lynn, thanks for the Prime subscription for the 10th month. Glad you could make it for today's stream. It's a 2-minute delay stream, sadly, but thanks for the resub. Omega Flaps. Omega Flaps just for you, Dub. I'm glad that one went to late game, though, because I feel like Bly's strengths are in taking advantage of really annoying early game shit and taking advantage of really annoying late game shit, because that's just what he does best. And we don't see him go to late game very often, but I think we're going to see more of that. Maybe we already have seen more of that now that the shield battery overcharge is going and stuff like that. A lot of his early game shenanigans have been nerfed. Nerfed to oblivion. Alright, game 3 is going to be on Pillars of Gold. This is a good series, guys. This is a good series. This one's going up on the YouTubes for sure. Dude, shout out to the YouTube audience. Alright, let's hop in. Let's hop into map number 3. This is match point here. Spawning in the lower left-hand corner for Razor Edge Gaming. It is Bly. And his opponent in the upper right for Team Liquid, it's MaNa. Sending out the early probe to be annoying once again. These early games have been so fascinating. With the probe blocking the hatchery blocking the nexus. And just all sorts of shit. Like, I don't know who comes out on top here. I feel like they should almost just call a truce and let the other expand. Well, it looks like Bly's not going to go for the hatch block, the nexus block this time. All right, here's a question. Do you refer to it as a block of the building that wants to get planted down, or the building that does get planted down / unit that's here to stop that building? Like, would this be a probe block or a pylon block if you drop that down, or is this a hatch block? I usually say that this would be a probe or a pylon block, and that if there's a hatchery over here, that's a hatch block. A nexus block, to me, is if MaNa dropped a nexus here, which would be the biggest ball move of them all. And Bly does get both his hatcheries down, and actually this is looking like a normal Protoss versus Zerg game. And that worries me, because that usually means Bly has some shit hidden up his sleeve for the next few minutes here. And if I'm MaNa, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking, damn it, he let me have my nexus. He's just taking his bases. What is he gonna do? What's the plan? What's the gag here? You know, what's the goop? Well, a couple lings are out. Looks like the probe's gonna be able to head back. Adept followed by Stalker, and it is going to be a Twilight Council. Do you think you can only put this building down when it's like a certain time of day? Like right now, it's evening in EU, right? It's evening in Europe, so it's probably twilight somewhere around where MaNa is. Because I think Poland is CEST. But, yeah, so it's probably around twilight there, right? So he can put that council down now, but you actually can't do glaives builds in the morning. Now that is a lot of lings, and MaNa was not ready for this. I'm really surprised he didn't have anything in the wall there. Well, looks like MaNa's going to hold it off pretty successfully. A shocking amount of lings out of Bly. See, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Speed is now finished, so they're going to keep coming. MaNa now has a full wall. That caught me off guard. I feel like it might have caught MaNa off guard a little bit, too. I don't know if he killed whatever unit was in the wall there. No, just the 4 probes, so there was nothing in the wall. Kills 4 probes for 9 lings. He's got a bunch more lings. He's got a lair coming up. Only 23 drones. Sorry, it's going to be 24. The lings are going to keep pressuring the front. Is he going for a Nidus? I am confused. Nidus would not be bad here. Nidus is pretty okay on this map because there's usually a big section down here of not a lot of vision. Or sometimes up here. It's kind of an either-or situation. But we have glaives on the way, so lings not going to be great. And MaNa is actually fixing his vision problem with that pylon. That is a really nicely placed pylon. Oh, he's going to ling drop. Bly spots that pylon. Yeah? No? Oh, yeah. Okay. So ling drop it is. Pylon has more vision now that it's finished, so there's complete vision of the main base for MaNa except for right here. I don't think Bly is going to be able to be too sneaky about this, though. Meanwhile, MaNa on the other side of the map with a whole bunch of Adepts. There are just a shit ton of Lings here, but Lings are not good against Adepts. Oh my god, look at these trades, dude. However, Ling drop in the main base, followed by a Ling drop in the main base, followed by a Ling drop in the main base. That's a lot of Lings in the main base, and there's a lot of Adepts in the main base. Baneling's being morphed now for Bly. Needs to buy time for those. I'd love to see him morph Banelings over here. I don't know if he has quite enough money for that, though. He needs to defend back at home. Both players losing a lot of units, a lot of workers. Oh, Bly's losing all of his workers, though. He's got 9 left, and there's DTs here. That one dies to the Banelings, but GG gets called. There's just no units left for Bly. And it looks like MaNa stabilized back at home. Takes the victory with yet another Glaives into DTs build. We see the versatility of that opening here out of MaNa. And what a series, man. What a series.